African fabric is bold and vibrant. The cheerful colors are a feast to the eyes, and a young Kenyan designer is crafting shoes out of the fabric.
When I started Afros, I realized there's a gap in the fashion industry whereby people are making clothing outfits but no one is making shoes. So I was wondering why isn't anyone making shoes? Why can't I make a pair of shoes? And that's how I started.
Tucked in a nondescript building in downtown Nairobi is Emo Rugene's workshop. But don't let the exterior of his work area fool you. Here is where fabric is turned into walking works of art.
At the moment, my production capability is 40 pairs of shoes in a week. And I'm intending on expanding this because I want to make it as a training program where we get people and we do an apprenticeship program and teach young people also the skill to make shoes. We want to give them something so that they can use this to better themselves. Because I think me as a young person, I want to give an opportunity to another young person so that they can advance. The same way I decided to do it, but I want to help someone else.
For this young designer, an international relations graduate who still doubles up as a model, getting people to believe in his product was his biggest headache.
In terms of capital, no, it wasn't such a big problem, but what was a big problem is getting the right product, getting people to appreciate the product, because young people, for example, don't associate with kitenge. Like, kitenge is for old people and things like that. But with time now, the mentality is changing. People want the shoes. People identify like, oh my God, this is a good product. It's made in Kenya. It's made from scratch.
Emo also emphasizes the importance of reviving Kenya's textile industry, which has been infiltrated by cheaper second-hand imports over the years.
Honestly, I think the government should be more strict in such things because we want to promote people here, we want to create employment. And by not doing so, by not giving opportunities to people who manufacture textile here, who do fabrics, then we are not going to advance.
Though he has been in the industry for 2 years now, Emo has managed to penetrate the East African market and beyond.
My shoes primarily I started for the Kenyan market, but I want the shoes to be made in Kenya for the world so that people can buy. Because at the moment I've exported a few pairs to the States. I just came back from Rwanda where I'd gone to attend a summit so that I can try sell the product. Because you need to get the name out there, you need to get people talking about the product. You see, Afros, this is what's happening in Kenya, this is what a young person in Kenya is doing and trying to make a difference in the fashion industry.
As for future plans, this is what he had to say.
The way forward is like if I start the apprenticeship program, I'd have around 20 people working. Because now I've had meetings in Rwanda and I might need to expand my production capability. And for me to do this, I actually need to train more people to have the skill. And honestly, I see myself in 2-3 years, I'd have a big store here in Nairobi, some places in Kenya, and actually go to go regional and provide stuff.
And what's his advice to upcoming entrepreneurs?
What I tell people is, if you believe in what you do, go for it. Do it to the best of your ability, because I think it's easier to live with defeat than to live with regret. There are most people who come and say, oh my God, I would have done this, I would have done this. But do it.